Yo, what up, YouTube? I'm Zach, and I'm gonna discuss some things with you today. So, I recently started learning this language. It's called Chinese, and I'm gonna share some of that experience with you. And hopefully we can create a mutually beneficial experience here. So, I'm gonna go over some things that I've used to learn. That I'm using to learn, because I just started a couple weeks ago and really started picking it up like 2.5 hours a day. I have a job, dude, so but and I only started picking it up about a week ago. So my favorite tool for language acquisition is this thing, Glossica. It's not free, unfortunately, but if you know how to get things like on the internet that are not free for free, you might be able to do that. But if you're not into that, it's like $300. Like, if you're really into language acquisition, it's $300 for an entire year. But with a new thing, you get like every language on their menu, and they have a lot of languages. They have like obscure languages like Manx and Welsh, and they have like 5 different kinds of Chinese. So I'm doing the Beijing dialect because that's kind of the one to learn, you know. And not that I don't. I aspire to learn others as well, especially Cantonese. But one thing at a time, okay? So, in the place where I live, we have this institution that's called the library, and I got this book there, Chinesey. It's a combination of the words Chinese and easy. Isn't that clever? I think that there's at least 2 books. There may be more, but it's really cool. It teaches you a lot of because it gives little pictures, because the written language for Chinese is like pictographic. Not all the characters are pictographic, but that's shit. It's got pictures, man, and it's a good way to learn. And it teaches you all the basic radicals and basic common characters and stuff like that. And it just makes it easy, makes it make sense. And Duolingo recently moved their Chinese into beta, but don't use it because it's not very good. I'm using it a little bit, but it's just not good. When it graduates from beta, I'm sure it will be much better, but that probably won't be at least a couple months. Better tool is Lingo Deer. Look at this little deer, man. Look at him. He wants to teach you languages. This deer speaks more languages than I do, and he's a quadruped. That's embarrassing. And also, if you're learning Chinese, you should get some Tianzi paper. It's like if you're American, and you might remember in school they gave you paper that had like little dotted lines on it to guide you on your letter writing adventure. And this is basically the same principle, except with characters. And I find it to be very helpful, especially because I like, before I got this, I didn't really I didn't just have trouble writing the characters, but in keeping things in proportion within the character, but spacing each character out is, can be confusing for like beginners. Yeah, because you combine two things, like you're like, hey man, is that one character, or is that two that are kind of close together? Like, what the hell? Yeah. So go to your library, and this thing, I have a query for you, a question for you, YouTube. This thing right here, this character, what the hell is with that, man? How do you say that? Do you say jugger, or do you say j, or do you say j? Because I've heard both. So what's the deal? Is it regional? Is it dialectical? Is it situational? Or is one of them just like straight up wrong? I don't know. Help me out, peoples. Yeah, so I thoroughly enjoyed creating this video. I hope you enjoy watching it. But if you don't, I don't really care that much. Just don't watch the next one, I guess. And hopefully the next one will be in Chinese. Yeah. So I'll see you whenever.